Right. Good evening, everyone. It's a bit of a sort of, what should we say, a hybrid President's News this evening. We had such a fantastic send-off last week with a formal send-off and massive thanks to John Turner, Vice President, for the way that he sent us off from the clubhouse last week. But we are here one last week, and I wanted to share with club members that aren't here one last look at the club room. Her Majesty, there we are. Everything looking pretty bare now. All the tables have been taken out. There's just one table left. But everything over here is getting sorted out. You can see things being put away. The visitors book, everything's got a label. Still got some pictures on the wall, all our Olympic stuff, which is very poignant. There's Adam. You can probably make out Mike Peel with the Olympic torch. Dina and so on. Bill Foster as well in the Berlin Marathon. So all these things have got to come with us. And gosh, Alan Stevens, Rod Barker, look at what's going on outside. I mean, it is absolutely torrential. I don't know if you can make that out, but it is pouring down in London. So anyway, that's the last look at the club room. The gazettes, they've all got to go. All catalogued up there, ready to go as well. And just one last look into the kitchen, where Pat would have been preparing all our meals. That's gone. I can hear Andy Kingsmill on the steps. He's coming out to get... you don't get any extra supplies, Andy? No. And Dick as well. But let's go downstairs. Here he is. But let's go downstairs. Sidney Wooderson, he's coming. He's got a yellow label. And... there are people who have gone out running today, and I just want to give you a glimpse of course, normally we'd be outside in the garden, but it is absolutely torrential out here. I don't want to get the screen wet. You can see all the cars are there. Might just do one quick run, last look at the changing rooms, just to see. Crikey. Trying to keep the, there's no one indecent in here. No, it's just John Turner. Oh, yeah. So there we go.
He's sometimes decent.
Just making sure that his peg is still here. Yeah. So you can see the old room, all the old boilers, and then through into the nice warm weights room where all the action is, because everyone is in here being soft, keeping out of the rain. And David Appleton back from holiday. Missed us last week, so let's get set up. Going to ruin everyone's time and give them a bit of news, and then they can go back to enjoying their Wednesday night. So let's try and get that placed correctly. Let's try. Right, for one last time at 56-ball way. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, well, that's resounding. That's very resounding. Thank you very much. Well, that's reminding you what time to get up for Dina and watch her race.
Oh, okay. Wipe your glasses.
Oh, they are so. Thank you, Dennis. That's very, very thoughtful and very kind of you. Thank you. A bit of a glasses novice, thank you. Great stuff. Well, anyway, welcome. We've obviously done the tour upstairs of the club room, looking very, very bare. We've even been into the changing rooms. You saw the torrential weather outside.
People in bare in the changing room.
Yeah, I'm not even begin to go into the ladies. But there we go. Right, so I do have some news for everybody. I have a press report from Nick Brooks pertaining to the YDL match that we had this weekend at Medway and Maidstone, or Gillingham. It was a very, very good win for Blackheath and Bromley, but boy, noticeable for the pingdemic with the amount of gaps on the team sheet for both ourselves but the other teams as well. So we saw a resounding win. Blackheath and Bromley won with 636 points ahead of Tunbridge on 389 points. Wow. So that gives you an indication of what it was like. There were some notable performances. In the men's under-20 age group, Pablo Sima Roca won the 400 metres by over 5 seconds in a time of 49.16. Henry Fisher won the 1500 in a new PB of 3:56.79. Jacob Byfield won the triple jump with 13 metres 50 for a new PB. Barnaby Corrie took the pole vault win with 4 metres 10. Dylan Claydon won the shot with 15.46 metres of PB. He also won the discus with 49.31, which is also a PB. And then he also won the javelin with 37.58. And then the men's team won the sprint relay in 44.08. In the under-20 ladies events, Amarissa Sibley ran brilliantly to win the 400 metres with a new PB of 56.76. Zoe White won the 3,000 metres in 11 minutes. Shikanya San won the sprint hurdles in 14.83. Zoe Ostrich won the 400 metre hurdles in 72.09. Eva Barnes and Isabel Stoneham won both legs of the 1,500 metre steeplechase with 5:12.09 and 5:19.27 respectively, which is a personal best for her. In the field, Claudia Baker won the long jump with 5:11. Zara Obama-Kingwell won the discus with 45.73 and the shot with 10.51, which is a PB. And the ladies won the 4x400 relay in 4:04.60. Then we have the under-17 results. Adam Islam Meadow won the 400 metres in a new PB of 51. Matthew Smith won the 800 metres, and Alessio Tuto won the Alessio Tun won the 1500 metres. Ted Marston and Johnny Ellerton both won the 400 metre hurdle races. In the field, Connor Sutton won the long jump, and Dylan Carroll won the B string in the long jump. Oscar Whitcomb won the pole vault. Bryden Duncan won the shot, the discus, and the hammer. And the men won the 4x400 metre relay team. And then finally the ladies, Tyra Kambai Anand won the 100 metres in 12:05. Vanessa Grenada took the B string in 12:49. Faith Akinbalaji won the 200 metres. Cameron Kelly Gordon won the 300 metres. Olivia McGee Brown won the 3,000 metres for a new PB. Jodie Self won the 80 metre hurdles. In the field, Amelia Gray won the long jump in 5:51 and the triple jump. Cleo Agyapong won the shot with 14:41, and Gypsy Nash won the hammer. And the ladies won the sprint relay in 48.99 and the 4x300 metres relay in 2:59.42. So it was absolutely emphatic. There was one slight cloud, which was Amelia Middleton, who's one of Andy Frankish's middle distance runners, came down very heavily in the steeplechase. And she actually fractured her pelvis doing that. It was very nasty. She was very, very brave. She tried to get up and carry on. So thanks for your team spirit, Amelia, your club spirit. There is special thanks to Gareth Williams and Barry Roydon of Medway and Maidstone, who I don't imagine tune in regularly to President's News. However, we do want to send thank you to them. Because they were fantastic at responding. One of them is a nurse actually at the hospital and guided her dad to the hospital and made sure she was in all right in a wheelchair and everything. And the Medway Park staff were brilliant as well. So big thank you to them. I think a round of applause. So coming up next, 7th and 8th of August, we have the under-15 and under-17 nationals at Manchester. A lot of our athletes going up for that, assuming they're not done in the pandemic. We have the NAL at Windsor and Eton. And then the 14th of August, we have the Southern Athletics League at Erith. But of course, before all of that, Dina's campaign begins on Friday at 3:40 a.m. In the 100 metre heats. And then Saturday we have the semis and the final. And then Monday she's in the 200 metre heats. They also have the semi that day, and then Tuesday there's the 200 metre final, assuming she gets there. And Adam will be underway Tuesday in the 200 metres, and his final is on Wednesday. So we wish them the very, very best. Great interview with Dina with one of the Radio 1 DJs, where I found out she's actually called Geraldina. So that was a sort of nice thing that I did not know. And a quick apology to Adam for my faux pas on Instagram. I'm certain you'll be there at the next Olympics. So apologies for the president for that faux pas. Right. Does anyone have any news for President's News? Yes.
Not so much news, but just to let everybody know, this glorious clubhouse will be closing after tonight. But next week, the good people that have inhabited this place will be able to use Beckahamians down the road. So just to let people know, 6:30, Dennis and myself will be there to show you, and there will be changing rooms, showers. We will have our own private room. There will be a bar. There is food, but the food has to be pre-ordered at this stage. So if you look at the Facebook or contact Dennis, and it'll be a limited choice, basically hot dog or a burger. But and you'll be able to run basically the same routes from there. So we look forward to welcoming people down there next week.
That's going to be very, very exciting. Very exciting. Yes, John.
The only other thing, I was rang this morning by Bill Clapham, who came down a couple of Saturdays ago to look round again. He's over 90, and he just said, if you're down there tonight, it really means it, just say goodbye, with all of us, and he's thinking of us all, and take care, and he wishes us all well.
That's great.
We'll see him at the opening of the UK.
You've given a round of applause, but I do really want a round of applause for the effort that John made last week, actually, in the send-off. It was absolutely first class. Thank you very, very much. Anyone else? Any last thoughts on this wonderful establishment before we move on?
Lots of them.
There are indeed lots of happy members. Well, I can see that the guys have got the whiskies lined up, so there might be an impromptu Burns night tonight. Luckily, the president's been off the booze for the last month, and I'm not changing that, so there we go. But on that bombshell, thank you very, very much. See you next week from Beckahamians.